Happy Wednesday, everybody. Very late stream today. And thank you for the follow yesterday, Shwami. Welcome in, Ira. Happy Wednesday. Man, you have no idea how funny it would have been for me to start up the stream and instantly leave. Or, better yet, not do it at all, and then just tomorrow move the day over to 4:05. No, I did have a legitimate reason. I had stuff going on in my apartment today. That's why I'm late. Oof. Hope your day's been going well, though. Boink. Welcome in, Pollux. Happy Wednesday. Quoting the deep dip guy, better late than never. True. Welcome in, Analata. Happy Wednesday. Wednesday only for 6 minutes, then it's Thursday? Well, I got here just in time then. Been a good day so far. Nice. Very good to hear. Whew. Zooming. Yeah, I don't know why. I just had a urge to play Deep Dip. Happy Wednesday, Zane. Yep. Had stuff going on in my apartment today, so a little bit late to the party. Man, what a crazy thought, though, right? Imagine actually, like, wanting to play Deep Dip. A lot of the times I get up and I'm just playing it out of habit. Never too late to play Deep Dip 2, am I right? True. Although... Alright. Can you fuck right off there, Plastic? Oh my god, so rude. Probably only have time for a couple of runs, right? Guess it depends on how long the runs are, but... Imagine that today ends up being, like, better than yesterday. That'd be kind of crazy. Nice. Holy... Look who's here. Also, oh 07 Hav. I just noticed. Welcome in, Turbo. Happy Wednesday. Yes, indeed. Late stream. Had stuff going on today. Figured better late than never. Boink, boink, swoosh. Oh man, that is actually such a mean thought. I just realized that. Having a short stream like this could absolutely fuck with people's streaks, right? Oof. Well, can't take it back now. Whoa, Days PB, guys. Insane. People can save their streaks by watching the VOD. Oh, cool. I know I get these, like, emails, I think every day, saying like, hey, you should post a clip or something to help save people's streaks. There's 12 people at risk of losing their streak. Didn't make it in time yesterday. Oof. Rip Ira's streak. You're here because, yes. Well, I won't hold you to the staying here for one final run kind of thing. Since I know how late it is already. Too bad you found the stream so late in point of making. Not sure I know what you mean there. He's right on my tail, guys. Man, I almost didn't make that. Starting on 400, what kind of a fan that makes you? Hey. You're here before I finish Deep Dip 2, and that is the most important thing. when I eventually finish and all the people hear about it and they're like, oh dang, that's a crazy story. Some guy beat Deep Dip 2 as his first map. You can be like, yeah, I was there. And you'll be here after, which is even better. True. No, all things considered, being like year and a half late to the party, not the biggest deal. It's just been a lot of learning to drive. Probably the most interesting part here, to be fair. The part where I've actually learned how to drive. And now it's just pulling off the God run. Boink. Final stretch, exactly. I mean, there is potentially one more training arc here, right? Although, I guess, if you got here on day 400, you weren't here for the previous training arc. So I'll explain what I mean. I have a thing where basically Bren and the others, right, when they were climbing Deep Dip, if they wanted to practice something, they had to climb up to it to practice it. So my rule is that if I want to practice a floor on the tower in like Replay Editor and grind it out, get comfortable with it, I have to reach that floor on the tower at least once in the main map. So a couple weeks ago now, I reached floor 15 for the first time. And immediately after that run died, I went over to the Replay Editor and extensively practiced floor 15. But I don't do extensive practice of floor 16. So most of the jumps there are mainly foreign to me. I've done them on many checkpoints, because I do Checkpoint Friday every week. But I only know the jumps well enough to, with a checkpoint right there, throw my car at the wall until it sticks. We'll see when we get there. What are we talking about? Thank you for the follow, Bunpen. Welcome in. Happy Wednesday. Today's PB equals 12. Good enough. Oh, no. Floor 2. Good enough. I was like, holy shit, Zane. Yeah, good enough. But no, it would be absolutely insane to me if you just came back, instantly went up to 12 all of a sudden. Oh, 16 training arc, we'll see when we get there. True. There are a lot of strange jumps that I don't fully understand yet. So we'll see how hard they are to get consistent. Like, one of the main things, I'm not consistent at all at the wheel hang. I can usually get it in, like, I don't know, 3 or 4 attempts. Hope Techie doesn't map for Deep Dip 3. Then there's no floor 7, like, floor, hopefully. Then you want to climb again. Did you try his floor on Deep Dip 1? Because when he was here the other day, he said the main reason that he made 7 the way that he did on Deep Dip 2 was the fact that a lot of people on Deep Dip 1 said his floor was too easy. And it was kind of a, I'll show them. kind of messed up, Techie. I don't know. I think that's justified. Seems fine to me. If people are talking shit about your floor on a previous tower map, give them what they gave, you know? Curse everyone with techie dip. What is that? A deep dip map that is just all techie floors? Honestly, I believe. I think it had a lot of potential. Honestly, the only problem I have with floor 7 is, like, I guess there's two, but the first one, random landing bugs. That's a little bit rough. But, like, the fact that the loop is a blind jump, or at least semi-blind, makes it hard to sight read it anyway. But no, for the majority of floor 7, I do really enjoy it. Most of floor 7 is honestly not that bad. Like, it's not too hard. It's a good level of difficulty. I would say make it harder. Happy Wednesday, Kevin. Thank you for the good luck. I will sure as hell need it because it's gonna be a short day today. Deep bonk. Is that a thing? Or is that the name of this hypothetical full techie deep dip map? Because it's, in theory, made of entirely plastic. But yeah, my biggest thing that I was saying, like, to improve floor 7 would have been increasing the speed check on the backward speed slide section, so that you actually have to get speed from the speed slide and can't just drive backwards and turn around. I think that would be pretty sick. Quack. Inspired by Bonk Cup. Man, can you imagine if they stacked a bunch of Bonk Cup maps on top of each other for a tower map? That sounds kind of like the worst thing possible. Oh, man. Exactly the idea. Honestly, has the potential to be fun, but I think I would rather have it be a checkpointed tower map. Like, checkpoint per floor. Having a checkpointless, long endurance tower map like Deep Dip, but with Bonk Cup style floors, sounds terrible. I think Bonk Cup is fun because it's in short rounds, and you fail a round because you couldn't finish the map. Like, oh well, there's another round immediately afterward. I can try again. Ooh, God. No, I think there is some merit to the idea, though. Honestly, that feels like it would kind of remind me of Jump King. I've watched some gameplay of Jump King. And, like, over jumping and, like, bonking into a wall and having that send you down a gap. People do it. I mean, there's even, like, a very active speedrunning scene for that game. So, yeah, I don't think it would be that crazy. Quack the Second.
To a dalpastruminus kudrash 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 to a dalpastruminus kudraws.
Thank you, Zane. Oh, man. Truly inspiring message. Only thing it was missing was some Thudatau Thaw Oz. But I will say, your message had the perfect amount of inverted exclamation marks. Oh. What is that one, Turbo? Is that a sprinkler sound? Whew. Good zigzag. Boink. It was awfully close. I think ideally I probably would have wanted to be a little bit more to the right entering it. And maybe even a little more to the right exiting it. But it was... I don't know. It was like as close as you can get, while also being, like, relatively clean. It's not like I was very far away. Like, it didn't, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, clip the landing on the end. It was always gonna make it once I had made those aim. Didn't have to work for it. Although, I think it was pretty lucky. A little on the lucky side. Didn't seem possible, but it was. Exactly. That's a good way of putting it. Beautiful. Boink. Man, I don't know why, but that felt a little scary. I think I know exactly why. I gotta check something. That is exactly why. Okay. I had my volume, I think, 10 lower than normal. Very scary floor. I don't know. It has its moments. But I think for the most part, relatively safe floor. There are a couple things that can kill ya. Like we were talking about the other day, the thing after this can be a little bit sketchy. And then I get skill diffed by Bleb. Occasionally. Nice. Dead turtle's what you're usually most afraid of? I don't know. Dead turtle is so infrequent on this floor. I think floor 8 might be the floor that I have dead turtled on the least. And I think that really just comes down to preparedness. The most scary turtle that you can ever have is one that you're not expecting. Like, you come up to this spot. This is not a very intimidating turtle once you're used to it, because you've driven this hundreds of times and you know exactly how you want to set up the turtle, what pace you want to take, how you want to do the unturtle. Clockwork. But if you screw up a jump on floor 6 and all of a sudden your car is upside down, you have to start, like, figuring out exactly where you are and, like, what possible unturtle solutions there are. Or if there aren't any good unturtles, like no walls around, you have to figure out, oh, which ledge do I want to, like, turtle off of for the best save. And you have to do all of that by memory without being able to cam 7. Momentum unturtle doesn't really work on flat ground. Usually you want a hill for that. I think you can technically do it if you have, like, a ton of wobble, but it is not ideal. Jeez. Speaking of turtling, almost had one there. Oof. Little bit, yeah. I think I was fine. I think worst case scenario, I was gonna fall off of the booster and end up on the right side. Or the, I guess, the left side from the perspective of the jump. Nice. Alright, don't like that. $234. Doesn't get better than that. Nice. Cool. 8 equals 10. Too stressed to type, don't know why. That last one was kind of close, but no, floor 9 is pretty alright. I definitely took more pink ramp than I normally do. Normally I would like to jump out a little bit earlier. Happy Wednesday, Bolty. Oh my god. Fucking plastic, man. Hey, Zorkel. Happy Wednesday. Welcome in. But yeah, that was a rough pipe. No matter what happens, though, this has been a very good second run of the day. Very nice. All right. Good bail. Okay, good bail. I noticed just early enough that I didn't have enough speed. Goddamn. Fucking pipes. Let's go. Oh, God. Don't turtle, don't turtle. Could have been worse. Well, shit. No, 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 no. Fall down, fall down, fall down, fall down. Fuck! Fuck! You can't, like I said before, you can't not do the 360 there. It doesn't work. Oh my God. And I don't want to hear it when I fail in a stupid way. Oh, happy Wednesday, Lycargon. God damn it. Is this in any way going to save? I don't know. No, it's dead. It's dead. God damn it. Hey, Artemis. Happy Wednesday. I don't think I said happy Wednesday to Styx. Happy Wednesday. And happy Wednesday, Totally. Came live, that's awesome. Yep. Decided better late than never. Had some stuff I had to do this morning. Man, that's fucking rough. No. Most likely not. Well, not most likely. There's a chance it could be the last run, but no. No, I don't have the capability to go longer. I leave at a specific time because I have to. Referring to yourself to today you were dead at school. Yeah, I mean, don't push yourself. Twitch streams should never be the priority. Fair enough. I mean, I'm not gonna stop you. I should have bailed that. I realized pretty early into the Ice 360 that it wasn't gonna work. Or that I didn't like the way that it was going. It was relatively close. Yeah. I don't know. Doesn't bother me that much, but also you can't tell just from text what is a meme or what is sarcasm. So I take stuff at face value most of the time. If you say if you say something that looks like someone trying to be backseat chatting advice that is just blatantly wrong, and you do it after my run dies and I fall and like get into a dead turtle, it can be annoying, but I don't know. Just watch yourself when my runs are dying. That's the main thing. I'm already annoyed enough. I don't want to be annoyed with you guys. 20 stream streak. Damn. Boink. No, good run though. Good second run. Annoying it didn't go to 11 for sure. Sounds good. Yeah. I mean, I have come to accept that I'm just going to have to get used to the fact that there are people like that, though. I appreciate that you're not one of them. Definitely makes my job easier. I wish I could get past 7 with the consistency that a Hav does. I swear every time that I see him, he's like somewhere between 8 and 10. Nice. Ugh. Gross. But hey, it works. Oh yeah. So I learned that there are very easily accessible emulators for iPhone now. I'm pretty sure I'm very far behind the times on this one. But as can be expected, the very first thing I did was downloaded a ROM of Pokemon Fire Red. And I am currently one gym deep into a Nuzlocke, where I started on hard mode with Charmander. Yeah, very nice game. I really loved going back to the first game that I played when I was younger. Going back to a remake of the first game I played in the Pokemon series with updated Gen 3 mechanics. Very cool. But yeah. Brock, kind of a rough gym if you start with Charmander. So it was a little bit interesting. I didn't get any of the answers either. Like, I think you can get Nidoran or something. And I think Mankey might be available. But I ended up getting a Spearow. Yellow Edition. Yellow Edition was fun. Follows the anime closer. Played the crap out of that one as a kid. But yeah, it was such a rough gym battle. I went into it with a Charmander, a Butterfree, a Beedrill, Rattata, and a Spearow. Spams 5 Pidgeys. No. On my Nuzlocke, I have Dupe's Claws, thank God, but... No, it was really rough, though. Because in the remakes, the Onix has Rock Tomb. And only one of my Pokemon in the entire team was not weak to rock. Literally just the Rattata. And the funny part about it is that the only Pokemon to not survive the gym battle was the Rattata. Such a trooper, though. Rest in peace, Kebab. Kebab, yeah. I've got food names. But since I don't eat rat, I figured I would just name him after a roasted rat on a stick. Welcome in, body. Happy Wednesday. Oof. Gross. No, I'm really happy though. I'm excited for the next part of the game. Unlike a lot of the later games that, like, your mom gives you running shoes or whatever right at the beginning of the game, Fire Red, you don't get them until right after the gym fight with Brock. It is so nice actually being able to run around. Explains why your brother tried to name his Pidgeotto Chicken with Rice. I named my Spearow KFC. Hey, Straw. Happy Wednesday. What about Snorlax? Do I have a Snorlax back here? I know there's a Snorlax somewhere. I think my girlfriend might have it at work. Or are you just saying Snorlax, like Gen 1 Snorlax is very strong? I don't know if I like using static encounters for a Nuzlocke. Especially not for a game as easy as, like, Fire Red and Leaf Green. They're like baby's first Nuzlocke. Although if I do get like a lucky Abra, I might end up using using trade evolutions. Also, happy Wednesday, Shadow. Any more luck on the half pipe today? Are you talking about the loop on 7? I've gotten to that spot once. I'm very, very early. It's still under an hour into the run. Or into the runs. This is my 3rd run of the day. Quack. 3rd run of the day. 2nd time making it to 7. My first 7 attempt went all the way to floor 10 to the Ice 360. Haven't watched One Piece, but some people said your name means that straw means that hat in it. I mean, that is the English like translation, like Straw Hats is the name of the crew. It's true, yeah. Naming a Ditto as McDonald's surely is a thing. Because that's what the chicken nuggets are made out of. If I do end up somehow getting a Ditto in the Pokemon Mansion, maybe I will name it Nugget. Best of luck climbing. Thank you. Oh, wait. I did fail once here today. Fuck. Oh. Why did I have to say something? Anyway. Twice, I guess. Yeah. Thanks, guys. Don't know if that's something to take pride in. Celebrating my downfall is generally not what I look for. Whatever. It happens. Happy Wednesday, Kindred. It's going all right. Yeah, I thought that loop was gonna work, but apparently not. I guess I'm 2 out of 3 on that loop now. Honestly, I might need to practice it more. It feels wild having a PB on 15 now and needing to practice the freaking loop. but hey. Is what it is. Time for you to transform into Snorlax. Bleh. See you next stream, hopefully sooner than 11 p.m. Yeah, I don't intend to start this late tomorrow. Nothing will be going on tomorrow morning that should prevent me from starting in the normal time. But yeah, have a good night. Talk to you later. You feel sad? You tried this map for an hour. Furthest you got was to the jump at floor 0 where you hit your head. Bonk jump, yeah. Honestly, that's good. Trying the map for an hour and getting all the way to bonk jump. Not bad. Like, I know it might sound bad because, like, once you get to this level, you're able to get to that spot in less than a minute. But the first time that I got to floor 1 on Deep Dip took me like 10 hours. I think it took me like 5 or 6 hours just to get to that jump that you got to today. Yeah, of course. No, floor 0 is not easy. Relative to the rest of the map, sure, but it's still difficult. You have to know how to do it. And even then, a lot of the times it takes a while before you get used to it. Happy Wednesday, Fox. Don't know what day it is because you didn't find it. All good. Also had played like 60 hours of TM previously, though. That's fair. But I assume you probably did more normal stuff, right? Your Trackmania experience is probably... Maybe it's similar to what most people feel like they could do. You probably did stuff like shorts and Cup of the Day, maybe do some campaign. Oh, reference to 404. Yes. I almost skipped it entirely and like didn't stream at all today. I did think it would be a little bit funny if I just skipped straight to 405 tomorrow. Boink. But yeah. So your experience is what I thought it would be. If you have 60 hours of Trackmania experience, but all of it is doing more normal things, things like Cup of the Day maps and campaign, doing some weekly shorts, you're probably still not going to have a very good time on Deep Dip. You're not going to make quick progress because this is a lot more similar to like trial and RPG maps. Very different style of driving. For sure, better control of the car. But I wouldn't expect to get far fast if you haven't done other similar styled maps. But yeah, getting to floor, almost floor 1 in like an hour. Very good. If you're someone like Brenner Hazard who has a ton of practice in RPG, you can make it look easy. Oh, 100%. I fully hope, not gonna say expect, but hope that when I tackle a new map like Deep Dip 3 when it eventually comes out, I really hope that I'll be able to do the same thing. Lord knows I've got enough hours on Deep Dip maps at this point. 404 stream was indeed not found earlier. True. Happy Wednesday, Greek dude. You believe in me? Thank you. Don't know what happened with this run, but it's rather slow. They didn't make it look easy. It still took Bren 220 hours. I think we were just talking about the the bottom floor, floor 0. But yeah, you're right. Happy Wednesday, Brem. No, I do feel like it kind of took a while before people like Brennan Hazard started to truly struggle. Anyone know what floor they first started to really struggle on? I would guess maybe floor 6. Floor 6 can just be a little bit weird. Throws you for a loop if you're not expecting it. But that's also a good point, Shadow. 220 hours, having to discover every jump, no practice floors or setups. And each floor getting harder, making the climb exponentially harder as you get higher. Yeah. No, I don't think anyone was saying that it wasn't really good time for what they had to do. Well, maybe that is what was being said. It implied that 220 hours was a lot. The message. And that it didn't look easy. Well, I guess there's a difference between something looking easy and being impressive and well played. No, at least 11 was a thorn in everyone's side. Yeah. For sure. Happy Wednesday, Cameron. Schmaniel one-shot 15 and went from like 5th place in climbing to competing for the win. No, that's fair. 15 is probably on the easier side for experienced players. Boink. A lot of the people that I talk to that have climbed those higher floors tend to rank 14 and 16 near the top of the difficulty with floor 11. And then like 11 and 15, or not 11, 12 and 15 are some of the more easier outliers at the top of the map. Ten's beautiful to watch. Yeah, 10's been getting on my nerves lately. No, I like the Ice 360 as a... like, as an obstacle. And I understand why you have to have wet, icy tires for it. Especially with the obstacles that immediately come afterward. But I do really hate the fact that you get wet, icy tires, and then if you fail the obstacle, it just becomes near impossible to save. You have to get very lucky to actually stop your car anywhere with those wet, icy tires. But you're right. It looks very cool when pulled off. And it's not really the hardest jump in the world. The difficulty of it, I think, is a lot of nerves. Then Elcon just getting it like it was nothing. I think I got it first try when I made it up there on the main map. The ice 360, not the entire floor. To be perfectly clear. I think my first attempt on the main floor ended because I fell in the hole in the uphill section after the pool. Beautiful hole. Yeah, that was a shame. No, it was, I've had a couple of those where it's just really dumb fails. Like, I've never had that fall happen again on the main map. A couple times in practice, maybe, but never on the main map. Although I did have a similar fall, I think relatively recently, where I ended up with a different amount of speed and, like, did not have that section go the way that I expected it to. And actually didn't make it to the ice. I got stuck in the snow and then fell back down the hill. So I guess I have failed that section at least one other time. No, by far my worst thing on 10, though, is just pipes. Pipes are a weird thing. I'm sure they're not that bad when you drive them a lot. But there just isn't that much of that on this floor. Or on this map, I mean. I think there's, like... Floor 10 has 3 instances of having to drive on pipes. There's one instance on 1, and I can't actually think of almost anything else. No! Very rude. Hate plastic. Really hope in Deep Dip 3 they don't make it a spiral so recovery is actually possible. That would be nice. What would that be then? It would just make it... It would be stacked again like Deep Dip 1? And then if you fall from like floor 6, you can probably like recover to floor 5 or something? I don't know, though. I feel like you should be careful what you wish for. Could be a monkey's paw situation we got here. I wish that Deep Dip 3 isn't a spiral. And then a finger goes down. Every floor on Deep Dip 3 is basically just another floor 11. Just sparsely interspersed floating blocks. Impossible to recover to. Not gonna be a spiral, it'll be a staircase, and if you fall, you're at ground floor every time. Yeah, I was thinking something like a pyramid or an anti-pyramid. Or an inverted pyramid. I think inverted pyramid would probably... No, I like the idea of a pyramid the most. But you'd be climbing like the outside layer of it, you know? Although, the thing with that, if you fall to the outside of a regular pyramid, with a pyramid, either if it's regular or inverted, also quack, it'll always lead to a way where you could fall down and potentially not die. Like if in a regular pyramid, if you fall down the outside of it, you could land on a separate floor going down. In an inverted pyramid, if you fall in, you could potentially land on a separate floor. But yeah, it does sound quite evil. Always having nothing directly below the floor that you fell off of. That would be a wild concept. Every fall is floor gang. Ugh. I definitely think it would make for like the ultimate challenge, but I don't think it would be very enjoyable. I love being able to recover. Like even if it is four floors down or something. All right, pretty please. Thank you. Witnessing history. Why, the birthplace of the idea for Deep Dip 3? First time you've ever seen me this far. Crazy that you just happen to always turn off the stream, like, right once I get to the spot. Cure bad luck? I don't think so. I get past this every stream. I think without fail, I always get past this at least once or twice. Usually more frequently. So it definitely feels like more of a viewership thing. Saw me miss the 7 loops 6 times yesterday. Yeah, that happens. Loop can be rough. I know. I was there. Although it was like 5 times in one run, to be fair. Boink. All right, pretty please, Ice 360, be kind. And Pipes, for that matter, please be kind as well. Nice. I actually don't know what makes me more nervous. Those ones where I don't, like, clip and slow down. Or the ones where I do clip and slow down and have to, like, get back up from the ledge. I think the getting up from the ledge ones are more prone to nonsense. Pleb. Nice. Cool. Yeah, not an awful time for me. Sub 25 into 9. Oh, God. Oh, shit. Why? Fuck. What is this luck today? Man. Where am I going? Quack, please? Ugh. All right. Yeah, not a bad recovery. I kind of thought I was going to land on the plastic, which would have been definitely a more interesting recovery. Quack. Anyway, have I learned my lesson yet? Never compliment yourself during a run. Ugh. God, I wish it wasn't true, but I say one relatively nice thing like making decent time to floor 9, insta-dead. Literally next jump. Would I PB if I said I was doing terribly? Maybe. Problem is, anti-jinxes are jinxes. So I think I'd have to believe it. And right now I don't believe that I'm doing terribly. Already today has been a significant step up from like yesterday. Hey.
Vixie Pet.
Thank you for the 10 months, Artemis. Appreciate it. Okay, nope. That was a nice bail. Yeah, I don't know if anyone noticed, but I was going to eat a gear. My car was about to eat a gear, get a massive slowdown, switching from reverse or from first to reverse. And while it might not have changed anything, that's one of the things that can give you a landing bug. Man, that makes me so happy, though. I love being able to recognize that kind of thing and prevent it. Such a nice feeling. Boink. Third time? Ah! Third time on 8 today. Very nice. Oh, that was weird. My fridge started making a weird noise, and I thought it was coming from the stream. No, it is kind of a funny thing though, right? I've always thought it's really funny to me how having a mediocre time tends to make me drive better. I think it's just a lack of pressure. Knowing that I don't need to worry about even like minorly considering best times getting into a specific floor or something. Whew. Happy Wednesday, Tom. Welcome to the late stream. Late short stream. Got here just in time for the last run. Nice. Thank you, Zorkel. It is soothing, isn't it? Floor 9, perhaps. God, I would sure hope so. Already past midnight there. Yeah, I know. I'm aware. Wowza, would you look at that? Floor 9, perhaps, indeed. There's a runs PB. We are now the furthest we've made it this run. What could possibly be next? 10, the floor. Stay tuned to find out. It could be 8. That's a very real possibility. Fail the quarter pipe, drop back down to the little pool. Yay, 1,000 meters. Jeez. All right. Going around for speed. Don't like it when I have less than 160. Bonk. But yeah, failing this jump very often drops you down to 8. Not that I plan on failing it. Oh, jeez. That was a weird one. That was a weird one because I had the speed, but I was significantly farther left. Not even close. I got a relatively lucky rotation there. I know, I understand. Holy. Literally only 230. We take it. Slightly close. Yeah, that one. Well, the funny thing is, it wasn't that close. Because I had a very, very good angle there with the low speed. So if you noticed, it didn't like... Sometimes it lands like side of the car and falls over. And gets over on the edge that way. This one, the full car cleared. Back of the car, everything. Went past 5 million mark. When did that happen? I think it was last week. Beautiful. 8 equals 10, as they say. Thank you, thank you. Okay, good. Whew. Fuck pipes. God damn it! Why? Why are these pipes here? Get them out of my tower, please. Well, just another little endless loop between floor 6 and floor 10, apparently. I don't think I made it to 11 yesterday, did I? Maybe I did. It eludes my memory. I think I failed Ice 360 twice yesterday. And that was the farthest I got. Quack again. Nice. That looks good. It was close. Oh, man. Boink. Boink. All right. So obviously not a lot of luck with 10 today. But I would love to have more days like this brief moment has been. Just more of this, please. As bad as 10 has been, kind of been making 7 my bitch today. Well, I say that. 1 in 6 died at 7. 1 in 6 failed back to quack. But 2/3 of them so far today have made it to 8. Five, 6 if you count the one that made it back to quack that ended up going to 8. Although if you were going to count it like that, I would say probably count it as 4 out of 5 instead. No, both of them were 7 attempts. Either way, though, approximately 80% 7 completion today. Very happy with those results. Okay, that's a little sketchy. Nice. And bleb. Nice. Wait, this is my 4th run. Yeah? Happy Wednesday, Maverick. Thank you for the follow. Is that the Maverick? Or is it just a Maverick? I feel like at some point I spoke to the Maverick. Maverick from Top Gun. Of course. That's the real question I'm asking. It's the Maverick if I mean floor 10 mapper. I do indeed. Thank you for that Ice 360. Oh, man. I love that trick, but it has been giving me a little bit of trouble lately. No, it's all good. Like I said, I like the trick a lot. And on the topic of difficulty, I would say it's a relatively easy trick. But God, that recovery when you fail it. Happy Wednesday, P-Tune. No. Absolutely not. Icy wet wheels suck when falling. Yeah. Surprisingly, though, the Ice 360 is not the thing that gives me the most trouble with your floor. And I think I'm probably in a pretty unique position here, since I have like no experience on pipes before this. But yeah, the 3 pipes are by far the worst thing for me. Those things kill my runs so often. Very good floor though, I like it. My only problem with it is that it's too high on the tower. Not in terms of difficulty, but in terms of my enjoyment. Pipes you added more as filler. Yeah, I get so destroyed by them. Like I said, it's definitely a me thing, just because I don't have any experience with them. But it's rough. Happy Wednesday, 0.4. Like, I've learned how to do them. So in theory, I should have it down. But I think of my floor 10s today, I've made mistakes on pipes twice now. Oh man, I keep going for that. Like the 3rd pipe the most. It is the most pipey of the pipes. Where you have to like go from one side to the other. Oh, that's where the other one is. It's on floor 2. But no, I really like your floor individually, but there are so many things that I do that make them more consistent for a deep dip run that differ from how I would do it if I was speedrunning it. If I was trying to clear your floor as quickly as possible, in the most fun way possible, it would look very different from how I climb it normally. And I don't take the risk on it because of how high up the tower is. If it was a little bit lower, I might do stuff like risk the dirt flick here. But yeah, all in all, I really like this floor. For a long time, it was my favorite one. Although I think 11 has overtaken that spot for me now. But it's definitely top 5. That's fair. Built it so you can drive it without really stopping and stuff, but on a real run, it's always not worth the risk. Yeah, 100%. At some point, someone told me I could no-slide that, and I was like, I don't know how to do that, so I'm not going to try it, but once I learned the no-slide method, which is super easy, no reason not to. Oh my god. Okay. That might be the sketchiest I've ever done that. Woo! Stop texting and driving. You can't tell me what to do. Not every day I get to talk to someone about their floor while I'm driving it. But yeah, like that dirt hill too. I would love to... There's a way that you can like get a dirt flick and then snap it and go the other way and go up the snow. But it just feels too risky to do on the main map. I've done it before where I snap and get the wrong angle, hit the tree and turtle. Not worth the risk. Okay. Good bail. Little bit early, I think, on the spin there. Really happy when Elcon was doing the dirt flick in his runs. That's how you intended it, but it's trickier. Yeah, it's so much more fun. No shit. Oh, god damn it. And of course, wet icy tires. Doesn't really matter for this recovery. Anyway. Good runs today. 3 runs up to 18. I'm happy with that. Not 18, 10. Bleh. Very silly. That was savable. I know it was savable, but it's no, that one was rough. Oh well. Do the flick on main floor 10. Is your top 3? All right. Good enough though. Good run of the day. Only had 4 runs today. That's kind of crazy. 10, 12, 6 most of them at the moment. That's fair. I don't like 6 because of my current experience with it, but that's fair. I said 6, I meant 12. My brain is not braining right now. All right, bye everybody. I'll be back tomorrow for a much longer session of Deep Dip. More normal compared to my normal days. All right, peace everyone. Good luck on future runs. Thank you. It was nice chatting with you. All right, bye.